I have been muted for the first couple minutes again. Interesting. Sweet dreams, everyone. I was not saying anything of value as per usual, so don't worry about it. Why am I like this? I should be better at this point. Yeah. But yeah, I was just talking about wanting to try multi-streaming to Twitch again. Apparently you can get like nearly all the information from YouTube you'd need to automatically set your Twitch title, but for some reason StreamerBot doesn't have access to the game, like the name of the game you're playing. So I'll have to set that one manually. Maybe next Sunday. Or well, this week Sunday. If I find something that I want to play on that day. Which I probably will. Backlog should be long enough. I'm just glad the heatwave is completely over for now. Next one is coming soon, of course, but a bit of a spite at least. And the next one was not gonna hit me as badly from everything I've seen. Hope y'all in America dealt with your particular heatwave well too. Better than I'm dealing with falling into the lava at least. Which is kind of a good metaphor for the heatwave here. Felt basically the exact same. We have a don't fall down thing equipped. Why didn't I use that? Am I stupid? Top 10 questions I ask every stream and still no one has answered. Is science afraid? Probably. No, 90% of the time when science doesn't have the answer, it's an issue of funding. Because no one likes to actually pay scientists to do science. Okay, guess we're not going up then. That's fine. Don't have anything I'd want to spend money on anyways. Dance into the money. Okay. That doesn't hit, huh? Thought for sure it would. Ooh. That's gotta be the buff to the useless relic, right? Don't know what else it could be. Hey, that should've... That hit your backside. That's mean. Can't just act like it didn't. Enemies of straight up hacking. Which I mean not acting exactly like I want them to. It's basically the same. Huh. Usually these secret buffs never have anything challenging about them. I need to play a bit more careful on that one. Maybe use my items too. Wouldn't that be alright? Okay, that one counted. Sure. Okay, now maybe don't jump into every hit of damage I could possibly take. Maybe keep it to like every second. My only attack destroying everything around here is also not the most useful. It could change, but that would require adapting, and we don't do that here. Yep, useless relic, here we go. Worth it, I'm sorry. There we go. Evil lava fish. Just let me out of here and back into the level. Wow. Tired 2 meters from where we left off. You know, having huge explosions is actually really useful because my aim is not very useful. As you can probably tell, neither is my jumping. This campaign is definitely gonna be the one where I perish the most out of the ones that I've played before. And what little I remember of the start of King Knight, his movement was really weird too though. So don't worry. More falling into lava to come. Yep, all of that was exactly intended. It was exactly what I wanted to do the entire time. Really could use more health. It's the way it goes, isn't it? It's not like I have tonics equipped that could give me more health or anything. If only there was something like that in this game. Yeah. Darn shame. Here we go. At least the game provides for me. Just absorbing every nearby drop is really useful. Okay, now I don't gotta attack. Just be careful. Here we go. Get the checkpoint and talk to Chester. Yeah, give me... what was that? Oh, the smoke bomb. The part of the area clearly not meant for the smoke. I love that this implies that he also just kind of stayed here until Shovel Knight arrived. Just couldn't even be bothered to walk like 5 meters. Just like he can't be bothered to find his own wares. Why bother when you can let others do it for you? That could be very useful, but I am not good enough to use it. Requires planning, and we don't do that here. Moin. 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 It's imperative that I need to make this sound every time, you know? Otherwise, how would you know where I would go boing? Boing. It's just how the game works, you know? Sometimes you gotta go boing. Not there though, that was a fake boing. Don't fall for fake boings, everyone. That sounds bad with the connotation the word boing has in anime girl communities. All boings are... What am I even saying? Boing. True, that is what I'm saying. Thank you, me. Let's not screw up this jump. It'd be kinda nice. Never punished. That should have fit him. Can't lie to me, video game. I'm playing horribly today. What's wrong with me? Don't answer that. Don't think it fit on your YouTube comment. The singular one at least. That's why you would use the dust knuckles or the smoke bomb that we just got. Or alternatively, you could not do that. Didn't know that would destroy in one go. Money. I'm not going down there, you can't make me. Movement with Plague Knight is just so much more free that you don't have to worry about a lot. Unless you're me, when you can still mess it up. Stupid birds that I hate. Oh, I never saw that interaction before. I didn't know when a slime that's on fire jumps on the thing that it become a normal slime again. Don't think I ever saw that. That's wild. And it's time to meet the boss of the excavation crew. Gotta be kidding me. You're the demolitions expert? You're a day late. Don't just stand there, start blasting. Up to it. I'm afraid I'm not exactly here to help with your day. But I'm certainly here for demolitions. Yeah, boom. Should have known you were just gonna clown around. Can't let that happen on my watch. Let's make this quick. I forgot that it's imperative to absolutely destroy my vocal cords to play this video game. It was not the best position to be in at that point in time. Oh, didn't even see him. Guess I'm just better than that. Bye bye, Moonlight. Back to being the villain of the Incredible sequel. Or something. Got 5 essences. We're getting there. Let's relax and let the Dynamo decanter do its thing. But watch pot never boils. Sure, but right now something else has got my eye. This step takes concentration. You must drop the essence and so. Why don't you come over here and help me unjam the lever? The pivot seems to be stuck. It'll take 2 people to wrench it free. Come closer. Don't be shy. I'm right here. Don't budge. Put your hand over mine. You will do this to a guy and he won't notice you're flirting. Forces of darkness reign no longer, for I, Percy, have fixed the power. How's it going? Eesh, that's a nasty stuck lever. Need a hoop with that? No? You're good? Fair enough. I'll be in the other room doing something. Where were we? Yeah. Good insufferable moon night, escaping that sweltering lost city had me dancing for... You dancing? Can't even imagine what that... Aw. You see, yes, preposterous. Oh, by the way, take a swig of this health potion I made for you. Maybe it'll help. Ah, they're hopeless. No, I didn't even mean to talk to you again. What do you have? Nothing. 2 sheets of paper, they're all full of bullshit. At least the bass is here. Need to attack him again. Okay, give me everything you have. Because I'm gonna lose it in the next levels anyways. Now show me the rest of the map. I want to see what we can afford. Amongst the... Wait, where was the smith? Oh no, it wasn't the smith, right. It's the trouble king where you can buy new garments, I forgot. It's a smith for everyone else, I'm pretty sure. Yes, good night, we're gonna get to you. Be patient. Hi, Ida. I'm having fun. We're securing a great romance here after all. And spending all the money we have. Hope you're having a good time too. This one is not about collecting shovels at all, actually. This time we're, as the title says, helping a romance between 2 absolutely hopeless people. Give me this again. You just missed the great romance scene of both of them fondling. I'm sorry to hear that. Also, Warhammer models, damn, everyone's into Warhammer. I could never get into it personally, just don't have the patience. And also the money, because all of those take $1 billion. Hope you can relax now at least a bit and then have a good sleep. That's what people watch me for after all. Not a sleep dream themed VTuber for nothing. Because I'm destroying my own dream with my gameplay. Yeah, I quit the dream business. But that doesn't mean I can't still wish you the best of sleep, you know? Sometimes, you know, when there's a cop show and the guy has to get back for one last job, that's kind of what I do for my viewers. Except I'm not a cop. I have a lore video, but I can summarize it pretty quickly. Let me get this completely right, because, you know, it's been a long time. I was created to help the original Sandman when humanity just kept becoming more and more people, and it became impossible for one person to do the job. So they just created another one. Kinda haphazardly, but that's how I was made. And then it didn't help because humanity kept multiplying, and eventually they just automated the dream process. Because it turns out you can use sand and silicon not only to make horrible creatures, but also to make computers. And now that's what takes care of the dreams, and I am here without a purpose. Tried to get into alchemy, which we're also kind of doing right now, but that didn't work out, and that's why, if I were to move my model up a little, you would see that I have only one arm left. Can maybe show you after the thingy, after the level, if I remember. Remind me, I'm not gonna remember. And now I'm here streaming like everyone who doesn't have anything better to do does. It's not technically tentacles. Tentacles have a bulbous end, I'm pretty sure. It's tendrils, and they're made from the cloth around my coat, my research coat. Forgot what things are called again. You know, I could get a fully prosthetic hand like all the fancy VTubers with their robot hands have, but everyone has that, you know? But yeah, that's the short summary of what my deal is. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the art. I was pretty proud of my the last proper rendered art I posted on Twitter. It took me a good while, but I'm glad whenever I managed to actually put something out. Procrastination be my doom and all of that. Another useless relic. Amazing. You know, Tinker Knight and Plague Knight should really be bros. They're both in kind of the same business. Oh well, like, don't know chemists, and that's not a floor. I don't know if chemists and physicists get along. Wait, did I just return to the same place I just left? I am not good at this video. Let's just ignore the lost money and go wherever we're actually supposed to go. If I can find anywhere I'm supposed to go. I think it's up here. Yeah, that looks kinda correct. I want to go back more into drawing myself too, because some VTuber group has also started using the art tag. which, you know, I don't have a right to an art tag, to the art tag or anything like that. I don't want your money, you know? I was the only one that used before. So I gotta propagate it with my stuff again. Good motivator, to be honest. I don't remember all the items. What do you have for me this time? That sounds horrible. Yeah, I'm definitely not the first. But you know, it's different when it happens to me, because I... So by the way, from what I remember, you were big on Hololive 2. Did you see all the concert stuff? I wasn't there or had the opportunity to do streaming, to get streaming tickets, but even the free portion was down. I'm always impressed by what the actual professionals can do. 5 AM, yeah, I watched the free portion afterwards on the next day. I also recently saw Hollow Stars Crimson Drews do a karaoke where he kept up 8 different personalities throughout the thing while singing, which just completely blew my mind. Incredible what people can do. I'm glad that I early on set my first karaoke to happen when I get 1,000 subscribers, so I'll never have to do it. Yeah, I also talked about I want to multi-stream on Twitch again soon, probably, since now I have a setup that actually lets me unite the chat with everything. Yeah, that's completely fair. I think I would have liked to see them live too, but you know, since I didn't have the money or anything anyways, I decided to just watch the free preview on the next day, to also not feel like I'm missing so much. I'm glad the community was at least really happy with everything. And of course we got fed on all the ships. You told me a couple of years ago that I would be a big VTuber shipper. I never would have believed you. Just happened organically when I got into it. VTubing in general is just a lot of fun and seeing a lot of skilled people, I feel. It's all my commentary. What was... did I comment on it? I already forgot. Dang. I also need to do more Hololive art again. I've been in a bit of an art slump lately. I need to get out of it and actually finish stuff for once. Also, having ideas is difficult. And then having ideas that you can actually execute it. Wait. Oh, come on, game, I wanted to see something. Let's not die in the self-scrolling section before I continue yapping my A off about better VTube. That's a bad thing, you know? An entire week where no one in EM streams. How am I meant to survive this? I've been playing a lot of Binding of Isaac recently after getting it in a Steam sale. I don't know if it would be a good stream game, since it's kinda just, hey, do the same thing again and again. Which I guess this game is something I'm used to also. Oh look, it's... Wait, what voice did I give him? Oh look, it's Blake Knight. I heard you might show up. Why have you come here? That's not a voice I gave him, but it's now. Ah, the esteemed inventor. I do so respect your craft. Relinquish your essence and you won't be harmed. What? I don't think so, Bergmas. You have your own brain. Use it or lose it. Talked about this before, but one of my friends was really into VTubers for a good while, and I did end up watching Nanashi Lume's debut stream back in the day and thought, hey, that's really cool. And then I never watched it again because I really wasn't the person to watch streams. But now I am. And then, around the time of Justice debut, I had a lot of free time after finishing my thesis and waiting for it to be graded and everything, and decided, hey, that same friend has posted about these new VTubers. Might as well give them a check out. It's always funny the kind of things we can get into. I will read your message in a second. I just gotta focus on destroying We Have Gundam at Home here. Baldur's Gate collab. I don't know, Baldur's Gate is the kind of game... I don't know if it makes good streaming because you basically always know they're not gonna finish it. It's one of those games that's a lot better played than watched, I feel. Even though I know, like, Narissa and others have made good streams on it. Hey, I thought my research trip was tough, but you look like you were just hit by a ton of bricks. Actually, it was a giant machine that shot missiles at me. Tinkerknight is quite an engineer. There's no way to avoid a confrontation. You had this chance to surrender. So, what are we working on? I can still not afford your research. Some finished it. That's fair. But also it's a huge commitment from both sides. Like, even if you just want to watch, it's like 5 billion hours. It's all getting too risky. I can't lose them. I reward you however you want. Just do this for me. Why would you help that miserable lunatic seize power and beguile the Magicist? What's in it for you? Magicist? Kidding me? You're just trying to talk up your asking price. Then there's the other matter. I can't be bought at any price. What are you two doing here? So, the Magicist, huh? Well, what about her? Is she okay? Let me ask you something, Blake Knight. Where do I fit in your big plans? Are we partners? Are we more? Wait, I... Look at him, bastard can't even formulate a response. What a whip. This whole time I thought we were in this together. Was I just a tool to you? Need some time to think about all this. Well, what was her problem? Lest you think your problems end here. Continue to defend the Enchantress. Prepare to take steel. Miscommunication. This could all be solved if they just ever bothered talking to each other. But who would do that, right? This communication in media can be fun, but then you ever do it in real life and you wanna instantly die. Also, with what I was saying with Baldur's Gate, that's why I stick to mostly relatively short games. The longest series I had was Pokemon Blue, which was 9 streams, I'm pretty sure. I like to just give a short, sweet introduction of some indie games and not make people watch 5 billion hours of me. Which is also related to my level as a streamer, so to say. And that's Plague Knight done. Well, Plague Knight is done too. Don't think he's gonna have a good time after this. I was just about to say, he's gonna wake up, right? Mona? Hey, where'd you run off to? Oh, Mona got hit. Whoa, Percy on deck! I love riding that thing. Hey, Mona was in a hurry. Gathered some things and took off with Sheila. Well, no matter, rain or shine, Percy will fill in as needed. Is she really gone? And he fumbled the goth baddie. Also, Baldur's Gate is one of those games that I've actually played myself and also didn't finish. Ah, the alchemist. Tales of your exploits have reached far and wide. Really? And who are you? An interested party. Seek only to find the bravest fighters and test them. What, by rubbing your shoes on the carpet and poking them? Good place to be. Then prove your worth. Doing that voice reminded me of... Has anyone ever seen the Kirby anime where Meta Knight was inexplicably Spanish? His voice was absolute peak, but I still don't know why they just looked at the Galactic Warrior and decided, yeah, he's basically Spanish. Kirby, use your firepower. I love that anime. It's not good, but it's fun. I misjudged your ability. Your skill in dodging so many of my attacks is uncanny. Buddy, I didn't dodge anything. You are surely capable of carrying out your quest. Take this reward and farewell. I wonder if people can tell when I roll my eyes under this mask. Shows up, refuses to explain anything, empties his bank account. Let's get on with it. I still remember back in the days of Let's Plays when you could only make 15-minute videos. So everything would have like 5 trillion parts. I think Baldur's Gate would have been basically not unstreamable, unwatchable, videoable, let's playable back then. What even happens in 15 minutes in Baldur's Gate? Singular turn. I'm not even gonna bother with the fishing spots anymore. Let's just get on with it. It's wild how much the internet has changed now that everyone has tons of bandwidth. Back in my day, you would need to wait 50 years for a website to load. And if I wanted to go on the PokeWiki and look at the list of Pokemon they added in the new generation, it would take 5 trillion years until the list loaded. Without the pictures, obviously. We couldn't afford the pictures back then. And were we happy with it? Kind of. Not really. Okay, what am I actually supposed to do here? True. You know, you're German too, so you know that back in the day we still had a fax machine. So sometimes it would be like, hey, there's someone calling your phone, and then you would pick up and it's just the fax machine noises. I'd go... I think you mentioned it before. Also, you're in the same time zone. And there are no other countries in Middle Europe than Germany, of course. I do have memory sometimes, particularly when it doesn't help me in any tangible way. I don't think PokeWiki is even still around in the same form. Built between UK and Sweden. True, but no. That can't be true, because no one would want to be near the UK. Okay, I think for this one I want to actually use the power. There we go. Card pack? What kind of card pack? You know, why you're mentioning cards? I think somewhere back in my childhood home, there's still a lot of Pokemon cards. Oh yeah. Yes, Pokemon cards. They're really getting scalped everywhere nowadays, as are a lot of Pokemon products. I think I could make a lot of money if I just looked through all my old cards. But probably the German ones are worth less. But I have some really old ones. Remember back in the day when sometimes you'd go to the store and you'd get Pokemon cards. To the store? To the store. And then you were basically induced into gambling as a kid. Remember those machines that used to be on the front of stores that are just basically gacha, where you could get little figurines? Okay, but that's a card pack, so probably not... Can I just not use this thing? Okay. Oh, so probably not the individual cards. I think an unopened card pack would be worth a lot more. I should switch to this. I also thought about Let's Playing, you know, that there were Game Boy games of the Pokemon TCG. There is a second one that was never released in the West, but it does have an English patch nowadays, unofficially of course and non-existent. We go by Nintendo, but I think that could make for a fun Let's Play if I wanted to do something longer again. Although I played it before a bit and couldn't get through the harder stuff because, dang, those NPCs have good decks, or I don't know what a good deck is, but they do. Like, you get through the first island and it's, oh hey, they have your standard one-type deck, and then they suddenly pull mixed stuff and everything. It's not even second generation Pokemon. I think, but it's still what is going on. When can I play the big Charizard card that everyone remembers? I am glad the level is the same, because I would fail if I was Shovel Knight here. What is this one? No. I prefer what I had before. Every level here has a gimmick that just is designed to break me. Absolutely fair. See, that's why digital is so good, especially when it's something old like a Game Boy game. They couldn't make you pay for DLC because the Game Boy couldn't handle DLC. I deserve to survive that. I deserve to make it through this. Yes. All saved by my personal skill and... yes. What is even happening on my screen? Let's just go the actual intended route for once. Okay. I'm also from Germany, yeah. That's why all my stuff is themed after German pop culture. Yeah, it's a fair assumption to make. My accent has gotten less over the years, but I still think it's very noticeable to anyone that's... well, probably not to you, but to anyone that's not another German speaker. Oh no. Oh no, what? Is the revelation that I'm German creating pure suffering? Because it should, obviously. Let's just leave. There we go, and that should be the boss fight. Let's see what Polar Knight has to say. Boom! Hey, Beard Knight, you got something in your ears?
Weakling.
You've likely figured out why I'm here, yes? I need something that you have.
You know, I never liked you. Wizard, masks, books, cheap tricks. Why am I Batman? You're nothing but a weakling.
How grumpy. Let's settle this with a snowball fight. It actually kind of changed my confidence to see people call Cecilia Immergreen's accent cute. Because I always think that everyone just thinks all Germans sound horribly angry and stuff. Like, it can be a decent accent when you're a man, but I feel like for women a strong German accent for a long time was seen as kind of a horrible thing. If that makes sense. That fight was way too easy. Did he even try? Wait, if he's Batman, are we are basically the Joker. Huh. And it's still the horse.
Something tells me Polar Knight knows how to sling snow. Shovel is no match for a catapult, eh?
Exothermic reactions are my specialty. Something couldn't take the heat. What should we work on today? I think I have enough for these. Yes. It's true that everything CC does is cute. But still, you know, I see something of myself. But it's nice to see people looking at someone that is like very German and also very much a hater and see people like that fact too, you know? I'm not gonna say I have anything close to her level of skill or cuteness, but it's still nice, you know? Love how he just has to kind of slowly jog his way back up there. Anyways, talking so much about Germans, let's defeat the French guy. Also, are you suggesting I am not creative? Cause you could be right. I don't know, I think it's always funny to see a bit of yourself in bigger or in creators in general. Rhea is a big inspiration to me too. The thing I used to make my chat integration was recommended to me by Rhea's Discord actually. I don't work much with my OBS, that's true, I'm lazy. I barely have a single... Yeah, of course I would be in a... Seeing me in places you wouldn't expect. I am everywhere. I don't know, I think Rhea is really funny and of course she's like the height of VTubing technology integration. I think she deserves a lot more attention. I'm glad she got a bit after being recognized with the... What was it again? The Hidden Potential Award or something? And I'm glad she does YouTube now, because I don't like watching Twitch streams. So I can sometimes check in. Hidden gem, exactly. Look down. We're following me month super wild. Twitch is like objectively the better platform from the streamer side, just because the Twitch API gives you access to a lot more, while YouTube hates you wanting to get any kind of information. Like, you know how Twitch has like a list of who's in the stream, like what viewers are there. YouTube doesn't have anything like that. Also, I tried to make a sub counter when I first did all this, and it turns out YouTube's subscription tracking via StreamerBot just straight up does not work. So I had to replace that with my now standard message of please like and subscribe. Twitch as a main platform is just a lot better. Wait, is there nothing here? Okay. Minibus. I also know that Rhea's team had or even has a lot of struggles implementing all her stream stuff on YouTube. Which is also part of the reason why I don't do a lot. I've had a couple ideas, but they mostly failed on YouTube going, hey, how about instead of doing something, you do nothing? Yeah, it's kind of wild. You know, yesterday I tried to set up something that would basically just StreamerBot copies automatically what I do on YouTube when I start a broadcast. And then, everything. Oh, close combat. Cool. And it turned out I can copy the stream title and description, so my Twitch automatically does that, but I don't get access to like the game I'm playing, so I have to still manually edit that. And the tags are also in a different format. Don't technically have a software dev background in any meaningful way. I have taken some courses in it though, so I'm like not someone that would say they're informed, but it's not like I know nothing. It's more like, you know, that middle level of dangerous half knowledge. A bunch of good friends who are in that kind of space though, who I can talk to if I need any advice. And then they can go, hey, no. Dangerous half knowledge is your job? Damn. You can get paid for that? My actual field is completely different though. Not gonna go into detail here though. Just not in the general STEM informatics kind of vibe. That's as much detail as I'm gonna give. True, and sometimes people know surprisingly little. Like me, about playing video games. I mean, sounds mean, but a lot of software dev work, I feel, is also, hey, you know how to find the right questions on Stack Overflow. And that's like 80% of the job. That's probably really exaggerated, but yeah. I think good skill at Googling can get you pretty far in the basic understanding of logic. Until you get to more complicated stuff. Oh, but niche jobs would take more experience, right? Because the broad stuff you can find a lot more information, I feel. When you want to do niche stuff, it's like, hey, anyone know how this works? And the answer is, thread closed after no activity for 13 months. Yeah, that's fair. Still, don't underestimate your work. If someone pays for niche IT stuff, I am willing to believe it actually is really important, because companies barely pay their actual IT staff. Just give me the checkpoint. Thank you. He hates spikes in video games. And they hate me. That was entirely avoidable and completely my fault. No, it's the fault of the existence of spikes in video games. Why would they do this to me? Why would John Shovel Knight make us game like this? How about we just don't be super impatient and die for it? Please just let this level be over. I am suffering. Thank you. Now to fight the French. Little airheads have airships. Come down here, I need to borrow something. Oh, pedestrian, I was expecting the grand entrance. Substance over style, always with you scientists. So, I offer the most delicious rumor. You envy my suave, daring nature, do you? Get in line. Don't flatter yourself, flyboy. Your essence is the teensiest part of my plan. My essence can't be taken from me, but if you ask nicely, I'd consider giving you flying lessons. Of course, my pernicious pupil. I'll have to charge. I feel like my accents get worse every time. Also, I said this last time, but don't you think it sounds wrong for a guy to go around getting his mate's essence? Or do you think there's room for misunderstandings here? Could you stop that? Anyways, yeah, IT jobs have become hard in the era of AI. I think it also makes looking stuff up way more difficult, since now most of the answers are going to be AI generated and then you get complete bullshit, especially in a niche field. When you look at the new answers made on Stack Overflow, it's actually depressing. You do get an answer, and it's only gonna cost your company like 5 trillion when you F it up inevitably. I am not gonna win this fight. AI hype has made every job worse. I feel like maybe IT has adapted it the most, in that you have a lot of people that were or are hyped. But of course that just reaches the level of, hey, I was hyped for this new technology and then I spend like a week with a boss that requires me to use it. I have no idea how I won that fight, but I'm sure. Let's just say I played a lot better. My skills are kinda incredible if you think about it. Despite Propeller Knight's crude courtship rituals, I admit his vessel is romantic. Fine setting for wooing a fair mare.
By the way, I noticed Mona left a health potion among her notes. Surely it was meant for you. Take it. Incredible. The penultimate essence. Quite an accomplishment for you.
I wasn't working alone. At least, not in the beginning.
Such humility. Realize I helped, but the credit actually goes to you. Well, anyway, the time is 9. We use Mona's decanter to pack up the essences for you. Be incredibly careful with these.
Thanks, Percy. Don't wait up for me. I think the main problem with AI expectations is that it can do like just enough in like every field that someone that doesn't know what they're doing thinks, hey, this looks perfect. And that's kind of ruining a lot of stuff now. Anyways, it's time to face our fate and our tower. Does Plague Knight even have a reason for going here? Except to commit self-end? I don't think there was a goal ever established beyond just getting all the essences. Of course it's a mole. Can never have nice things. What am I even doing on any level at all? Oh, and also the next problem with AI is, of course, okay, so the story is we are little alchemist guy and we are trying to create the ultimate potion to impress our goth friend, who has now left us because we spent too much time preparing the ultimate potion instead of just spending time with her. That's the story of this video game. There's some other stuff about it, but that's 90%. Story really isn't the draw in this game though. It's jumping around and going hee hee, woohoo! Didn't think that was how it was going to work. I think this is the kind of jump where I failed like 50 times in the Shovel Knight one. Oh yeah, the levels are identical to the levels of Shovel Knight, at least for this particular story. Also, I'm glad you like to listen to the yap. Still need to get a lot better at actually talking about anything of substance, but we'll get there over time. And it's always nice to have someone active in chat, so thank you for that. Now, was I talking about anything of substance? Obviously no, but... Anyways, to get back to a topic from a lot earlier, streamer bot and its possibilities. I have thought before about just implementing like some dumb BS on the side of the screen. Like when the chat isn't there, I thought maybe I can make like Subway Surfer like attention grabbing GIF of jiggling keys that runs the entire time. I think it could be funny. Not conductive to having a good stream or anything, but funny. in the end I arrived at the idea of doing like a Game & Watch style thing running in the background. Because I think that's the easiest to do with StreamerBot, where you have set positions for different things, and you just have to load those in. And then have like 2 characters playing volleyball or something. That could be really good for a be right back screen, but also I don't usually like to take breaks during streams, since I don't stream very long anyways. GG Murin mindset, except she streams for 5 trillion hours and never takes a break. You have no idea how that woman does it. I do want to use more visual stuff and other stuff though. True. Black Knight, must I suffer you again?
As long as you pursue the Enchantress, I will pursue you.
You can use the entertainment. Just one thing, why were you talking to Mona?
She was trying to bribe me to give you the Enchantress essence without a fight.
Mona was looking out for me.
Being incorruptible, of course. I would hear no such stuff.
Mona did all that to protect me. Must have the potion out of my way. Oh, so the Enchantress is also someone with an essence we need. Okay. Now the story makes complete sense to me again. What is Blood doing? You can't be moving like that, Black Knight. It's, And he has wings now. Sure. You ever just get bored and decide to sprout wings and summon meteors? Happens to me all the time, personally. Yeah, the big challenge is to also keep your screen readable. That's why I have stuff like when no one talks for 5 minutes, the chat window will disappear. So it also doesn't feel. So it also doesn't feel as overloaded, and so I don't feel lonely when no one's chatting. Lamau. Nah, I think it's better for the aesthetic when you don't have an empty chat around the entire time. Also, why do you kill the dinosaurs? The non-avian dinosaurs? Why did I do that? Well, back into the fray we go. Is there any weapon that could be better? Probably. Why is he always laughing? I mean, in this story it makes more sense than in the others, but still. Me not jump into every attack challenge. Impossible. I wonder where the exact balance is between, okay, I'm gonna lose this fight. I wonder where the exact balance is between keeping good visible stream and having fun stuff around. I also thought about doing like a stream border you know, which a lot of Polo used to have back in the day, so they don't use it as much anymore. Just to have a bit more room for stuff, and so things like chat and me don't get in the way of the actual video game. See, fighting him in close combat is actually looking pretty good. Yeah, you just do whatever, man. No one asked. There we go. Hey, and their stream border also makes the actual game window smaller, which is always a consideration.
Clearly you care for her, but why go through such lengths? Why a potion that makes you all powerful?
I'm not out to rule the world. I just want to become stronger, and maybe then she'll love me.
Fool! Can't you see that she already does?
Good luck with your work. No, the potion is the only way. Won't be that much longer of a stream anyways, probably. We are in the last couple of levels. Let me get to the thing and see whether we have more research to unlock. Nope. Everything obtained. Then I guess it's up to the second to last thing, probably. Time for research. So I hope I didn't keep you from taking the nap you wanted. Why is the tower underwater? Why is this mission called Ascent and we're going down? Lots of questions everyone should be asking themselves. I love when the level design makes no sense whatsoever. Oh, okay, I just remembered you saying you're taking a brief break and then going to bed. Dang, it is already an hour. Damn. Still, good luck with your work. Don't let me distract you. I'm already doing all the being distracted for the both of us. Forgot that this isn't Mario 3D and you actually take damage when you hit the lava. No one could have seen this one coming. I'm the first to even discover that interaction. Give me that. Let me just limited merch sets don't earn themselves, true. Saw that Kiara is now selling a body pillow cover, which I never would have thought she would do. And she didn't think so either. Absolutely wild, the kinds of merch everyone is doing now. I guess after the 6 years you would also have already done a lot of the things you want to. 6 years of multiple merch sets every year. Whoever owns all the Kiara merch gotta have like full drawers with the stuff. Damn. You know, I think body pillows, not as in like the sexual way, but I've thought about getting one just to hug, you know? I have like smaller plushies, but I don't know, having something bigger to just glomp onto feels like it could actually help with sleep. So I feel if you have one of those Ducky Makura is the name, I think, covers, then you're probably gonna put that away fully when anyone visits. Let me up. From IKEA. Yeah, I have been thinking about just getting one with a normal cover. Maybe one day. But I also fear the association with JK as if anyone would ever enter my room. So if anyone could enter my room, 2 people would make this entire apartment overload. Just get out of the self-scroll section, please. Also, yeah, that's fair. I think the full set also comes with a voice pack again. Shame how Kiara's thingy in last time went.
Oh, look who's shown up to our little soiree. You're late on your membership dues, Alchemist. Shovel Knight, you let him here too? What madness is this? We'll deal with him soon, but first I want to know why Plague Knight is showing its mask around you. Stolen all of my essence, you maniac! All I have left is my wisdom.
Unlike Wits, King Knight, you actually have some essence. It's merely weakened. We were strong as a team, but you just came for you, for shame. Yeah, might makes right, isn't that the Order's motto? Just took some initiative.
You'll never stand for this. You're gonna pay for what you've done, Plague. Boss assault.
Oh god, yeah. Heard that import duties to Europe were increased again. Brilliant moves by everyone around. Wonder what CC and Gigi are gonna do for their birthday stuff this year. CC has hinted at doing another 3D live, which I imagine will be a lot of fun. I hope Gigi doesn't ever offer weird, more creative things again. Perish, Anchorman. Wait, I can use the slappy stuff. Oh, you have to pay DHL separately? Yeah. Wish we had more stores in this country that actually just carry some stuff. It's not... It is on a high popularity level, but probably not enough to make actually selling merch around here financially feasible for any company. Yeah, okay, but that's in Düsseldorf. And who would go voluntarily to this? already back at the Frenchman. Dude, we fought like 5 minutes ago. He has very predictable moves, and I have a good ability at not predicting them. There we go. And the king wants to play, eh? Nah, I don't actually hate Düsseldorf pretty much. However, it's a long drive from where I am. And I'm still salty I didn't get to go to the commune this year. And that's of course the fault of Düsseldorf, because they require money to stay in their hotels, which is wild. Why would they do that? Yeah, Düsseldorf is Ruhrpott, isn't it? So it's not quite East Germany city, but still there are better design cities out there. Some parts of Germany were actually redesigned after everything blew up. There was an airport some years ago, which wasn't the prettiest city, but I got to see my personal Kami-Oshi Berntesbrot, and that made it all worth it, and that improved the city a lot, in my opinion. Also, I'm gonna be honest, I am bad at geography, especially German geography. I wish I'd stolen them all those years ago. Can you imagine how much better life would be if you had burned on demand? I feel like that would cure like every mental problem I've ever had. You just die from touching me. Also, yeah, that's absolutely fair. I do know a lot of, or I shouldn't say a lot, probably above average amount of global geography, because I have wasted my life playing Paradox games. But that surprisingly didn't help me knowing how Germany works. Streaming Paradox games. I can't say I haven't thought of it, but I don't think they make good streaming games. Give us a hand, Shovel Knight. You wouldn't leave to hang here, would you? Now that's what I call a party. Enjoy the cleanup. Okay, but consider. Can you imagine anyone in Hololive playing Hearts of Iron 4? Just the political implications of even playing the game, I think. Like, I absolutely understand why, even if someone were into those types of games, why they wouldn't play it on stream. I know, like, Face Connect, I think, Cleo, something, plays grand strategy games. I think if I were to play one, you know, there are a lot of total conversion mods for Hearts of Iron and similar stuff that do like fantasy worlds and stuff. And one of the biggest and best for some reason is the My Little Pony mod, which is... that community is absolutely insane, I'm telling you. Ridiculous, the stuff they do. I played Total War back in the day, but I'm just really bad at the strategies. The Hearts of Iron thing, yes. The My Little Pony mod is even still getting updates and everything. Recently, I think it's been like a year or so, added an entire new continent. It's absolutely crazy. I have never watched the show, but there's no other mod where you can revive a dead emperor from the Holy Roman Empire and then decide to redo all his military campaigns. And it can be a lot more open with war crimes because it's not actual history. Plague Knight. Ah, so your fool's errand draws to a close. You know what I'm after, Enchantress, and how important is this? Do not speak to me of importance. Your quest is folly. You'll never be anything more than you are. So you've come to rob me of my essence, to shape the world to your whim? Essence is insignificant to me, but you, my servant, must be reminded of your place. My place is by Mona's side, and you won't stop me. If you insist on dancing with death, then I shall take the lead. Oh yeah, this could go horribly, because I am gonna destroy the arena probably more than she will. Once more, I asked this the last time, but why is one of her moves being a bird? What in the powerful, enchanted whatever that cursed her made her do the bird motion? Also, yeah, I'm also always surprised at the fact that communities are still around. I don't know anything about inter-community struggles with My Little Pony because, as I said, really not my expertise. It's just the whole format that I know. That could make for like 1 or 2 good videos, just playing a completely bonkers path. Can even do things like decide to redo your entire university to focus on the occult and then summon Griffin Jesus or something to lead you in war. I have no idea how much of anything that's around even correlates to whatever goes on in the show, which I think is just a show about teaching little girls what friendship is, and doesn't have as much racial tension as the mod. Anyways, you wanted to work. Why are you still in chat? Disappointed. I, as a streamer, can't make my viewers work to pay other streamers. for their limited sets, then what is even my job? Killing you would be a waste of my energy and of a powerful alchemist. I'll make use of you yet, Plague Knight. Take what you will, make your potion. What you truly desire will always elude you. Ah, very fair. I guess I'm just so captivating.
No, stop your assault. Plague Knight, look, I've brought someone.
Plague Knight, come to your senses. You don't need to go through with this.
Mona, you don't understand. I was too weak to say it before, but now I can show you I'm good enough.
Not even Arbite's side betrayed. Damn, I'm disappointed in you now too. Black Knight told me everything. You don't need the potion to win me over. You already have.
What? But it's too late. I already defeated the Enchantress and began the final destination. It was too late. I must go after her. You too, touch nothing until I return. Where is all this power coming from? This wasn't in our notes.
The essences are reacting unpredictable. Watch out. They made another me. Out of Mona, I think? Wild. Truly one of the battles of all time. Sure. That's what we're doing now. How did the floor stabilize? Okay, none of that does damage. Why is he sending floating monas at me? This is really one of the fights of our time. Sprite doesn't even do any animation. And yet, I have not been able to do a single point of damage. Did it eat her? I think that's what the cutscene was trying to imply. I have no idea what's going on. Sure thing, buddy. You do that. What? Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so I do need the full jump. Oh, I can't dance here because Mona is technically around me when I am too shy to dance in front of the giant bird abomination of my dreams. At least this staff thing is really useful. Guess we're just lying around doing whatever now. There. That was truly a fight. You did it! The reaction has stabilized. Wow. There it is, the ultimate potion. Well, are you gonna drink it now? I don't think I need it anymore, Mona. We must take it with us. It's all we've been working for. My future as an alchemist is riding on it. Wait. Just got an idea. You know how much energy is contained in this potion, right? Yeah, this much boom could easily level the whole tower. Be seen for miles in all directions. Mona, I love the way you think. The bigger the explosion, the better the alchemist. Those bumbling townsfolk would throw us a parade. Practice alchemy anywhere we want. We wouldn't have to wait away anymore. But you're holding a potion that can give you anything you could ever want. Are you sure about this? I already have everything I could ever want. Let's blow this. Let's blow this joint. I'm sorry, my friend. So that's how the tower actually blew up. Everyone came to look, even Jester. Everyone's happy. Is it gonna be the same ending now as before? No. Knighted by the king, by the real king, damn. Alright, Oolong got a new job. Good for him. Good for him. Dancing the night away. Spectre Knight. Still suffering from depression. Probably. Oh yeah, we stole his locket. We traded it for something else. And now we're just getting our minions all the pay. Pillaging the pillager. Shovel Knight gives him back like a singular coin. We just explode him. That guy up there looks really happy. The new management? Those two are in charge now? It's now a physics thing? Horrible. More fake Shovel Knights. The actual Shovel Knight is becoming a new wandering traveler. Without Shield Knight by his side, oh. Now does Tinker Knight do anything useful for once? Oh yeah, helping us. The only good thing. Love how the toy thingies went in front of the text there. Love how all the guys that use shovels for their weapons are somehow related, but it's never explained. What do the French do? Oh god. Aww. Aww. Do they ever dance together though? I think they should. You're back! You're alive! Wonderful! I'm going to assume that explosion was your handiwork? Yep, that crusty old tower is an eyesore anyway. Amazing. Didn't get any rocks thrown at me today. I think the townspeople are actually grateful. Listen, Plague Knight, I know you made all these potions and blew everything up. All to impress me. So flattered, really, I am. I have to make a confession though. You're not my type. I'm so sorry. You see, I've fallen for a real man. Guys, the villagers are all in the juice bar and they want to buy us around. Let's go. That sounds lovely. Think we'll catch up later. There's science to be done. Mona, let's get started, Plague Knight. There's no telling what we'll do up next. Aww. Hey, I got an achievement for never using a singular tonic. Wow. But hey, we got through the game in the expected 2 strings. Nice. You have the current any percent speedrun? Damn. 35 minutes. That's wild. Now come on, let them dance. Please. They've earned that. Yes. Aww. You're so cute. Now that's what I call a happy ending. That's 3 out of 4 of the... Yes. Yes, I know I've unlocked a lot, I'm very good. That's 3 out of the 4 games finished. Next time we're gonna try whatever this is. Didn't even know it was an actual prequel. But that's for next time. I really enjoyed this game, even though the movement is very wonky, but you know, it's earned. You are literally moving by exploding. What else do you expect? I like that it's just a sweet little romance story. Basic plot of, oh, the person loved you all along. Still, it's nice to see sometimes, you know? Okay, I will leave you off with that for today. Oh, hey, I watch along, I need to see what she's doing. But yeah, next time in this game we're gonna do King Knight, and I think I want to play something else on Sunday, we'll see. Anyways, as always, sleep well.